Previously on my farming life.
Pull that back a little bit. We'll crank on the PTO, get the Ford really rumbling here this morning. Breakfast time is here. Perfect. There you go. I will get this all filled up here. Breakfast has come. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my farming life. You join me having just caused a nuisance in the middle of Netherton in a tractor that's not even mine, in the trailer that we're borrowing. What in the world is happening? Today we have got a lot of different things to get going with, including this little play with this hired tractor that we brought in there, just to give us an extra set of wheels that we can use during the cultivations that we need to get wrapping on with. So this is a Valtra. I believe it's an N-series Valtra. Can't remember what size it is, but I think it kicks out about 145 horsepower, give or take. So more than we had in the Ford for sure. And we're having a bit of a hire of it, partly because we need a set of wheels. Bungle's gonna be using this for the most part. We needed a set of wheels that we could use, but we also just want to have a go with it and see how we got on with a different tractor, different brand really. It's a demonstration at the same time. So we picked this up from a local dealer. Have a go. It's nice and quick, it's nice and smooth. This is the first time I'm using it and I'm driving it along the road. We've borrowed a neighbor's trailer because we don't have one that's strong enough for what I'm looking to do, and that is to bring back some of our fertilizer that we've ordered. This fertilizer is costing us an arm and a leg, and this is probably the first of what, three and a half, 4 trailer loads. So we're going to stick some of this into the into our shed because it was ready to go, and we'll be needing some of it fairly soon. Some of the winter drilled crops are starting to come through and they're looking pretty good. Let's just slow that right down there. There you go. Oh, we held up the traffic. They'll be angry. So yeah, they're starting to look pretty good. So we need to get on top of that and make sure that they're all going to be okay during the winter there. Get a bit of nitrogen on, get them kicking in where needed. And then we'll be all right. So we're going to unload this. Then, like I said, I think Bungle's going to steal this tractor, stick it onto his, onto the plow. Uncle's down here plowing already, which is good. Bungle's been away this morning to sell some cattle with cousin at the local mart. So it's all been good. We're all going. All right, click up another gear there as well. Transmission's really smooth in this. I am liking it quite a lot. There's a lot to get used to, of course, but it's nice. It's a short wheelbase, so it'll be really handy because we wanted to, if we do end up finding something we like, we want it to replace the duties that the 77 was doing, which of course is in a real dire strait there. It has been effectively written off by the insurance, and we are just going through that whole process now. So it's a shame, but that's kind of where we are. And like I say, I'm not sure on the price of one of these. We would definitely be financing it though, that's for sure. If we did go brand new. But that's a conversation for a different day. And then we'll probably try, we've got this for a month or so. If we need to as well, we might try and just get a couple of demos for something similar from different competitors there. I would like to try the Massey equivalent there, which I believe might be that 5S model. I don't know, but we'd have a look at the anyway. And then we can figure that one out. So we've got 2 fields down here left to do. Uncle's in the plow already. He's flying along with those, hopefully. They should be looking good. And we're going to stop about here for now until we figure out what we're going to do properly. Now I wonder if or how, we'll probably have to just go back here, I think, actually. Longer trailer than we're used to here as well, so that does take a little bit of getting used to. As does this transmission, actually. Part of it seems to be, whatever mode I'm in, is a little bit semi-automatic on the splitter ranges. Or on the range, I suppose, within the gear. But then the gears are fine. But yeah, it just takes a little bit of adjusting to. Now, like I say, a long old trailer. So hopefully this is going to work out. Otherwise, I am gonna be sunk. No, we're good. Perfect stuff. Okay, so what we'll do is just kick this back a little bit then. Nice visibility from in here as well. I really do like this this cab. Everything is laid out well. You can actually have this so it's, you can put a wheel at the back there should you need it, but everything on here is well lit up. This is apparently the highest spec of this model. I don't think we'd go for that, but It's nice to know that such a thing exists and all the toys and buttons are there for you to use. But yeah, we'll see now. Got the John Deere ready to go there as well. And then we'll probably leave this about here. Happy days. Perfect. Yeah, looking nice. I love the color of it as well. Obviously, that's my weight box on the front. We picked this up just the other day there, so we've used it for a few little things, but nothing too crazy yet. That was my first time in it at all, and yeah, very, very nice indeed. So yeah, I'll be curious to see how we get on. And then if we do like it and we think it's worthwhile, especially with all the new work we'll be getting during next year, we will probably look to find something that we want to buy in either direction there in the spring. So this will just get us through this particular rough patch, and then we'll figure out with a dealer when we actually need to do anything. Oh, the balloons are back again. And then plows there. We're going to probably stick the first fertilizer just under the cover here. Get that out the way. Some of it we might want to take and stick somewhere else. Maybe take some up to South Healy. I would like us at some stage to be able to get a hold of the shed down at my other uncle's place that we'll be taking on that land for down there, because we'll be having a nice big shed to keep us in out the way. But this might have to do for now, unfortunately, and we'll see how we get on. These bags are all sealed up anyway, so this should be fine. But yeah, what we've got there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and that's nowhere near all of them, so lots more to come. Just made it a little bit easier to pick up this way as well, rather than go and buy one of our hauliers, because we can get in and out a little bit easier with this, rather than the big curtain side of trucks they tend to bring. So I think we'll get on. We will just go and see. I think I saw a bungalow around the corner here anyway. See what he's up to, and then I can't I could stick it into here now, actually, now that we've got some of the other bits and pieces out of the way. Maybe we'll just get it stuck on one side, and then once we have the once we get it all here, we'll find a proper solution, and by that point that seed should have gone as well. Bungle, what do you reckon? Should we stick this in the old Dutch barn there, or should we stick it in the workshop shed? I just stick it under the barn for now, I reckon. We can always move it. How many you got? That's what I thought. I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16. So not even a third of them, really, I think. Then just get them off the trailer for now. Where are you going to stick that trailer? Oh, I don't know about that yet. We'll find a place, but it's quite lengthy. It's quite a big one. It's a smart trailer, but it's pretty long. It's not bad, is it? What do you think of the Valtra? I quite like it. This is the first time I've been in it. The transmission's a bit weird on the road when you're going. It automatically goes through the ranges, but takes a bit used to. But I don't mind it too much. It's okay. I thought that it's all right. It's a smart tractor though. I like it. It is. I thought it might have too many buttons in there for you, to be honest. Oh yes. There's too many of them. We wouldn't want that. But I'm gonna get this all taken off, and then I'll drop the trailer off somewhere. You can stick the plow on if you want to go and have a spin with it and see how you get on. And I'll take your Defender here and go up to South Healy and finish off those oats. I think that'll be the next step. Alright. Well, good idea. Alrighty, have fun. So let's get that one all put to that then. Alright then, another reason why this John Deere telehandler, as much as I hate to say that the two of them were right, it's just so much easier to do things like this with. It's an absolute steal. It really, really is. So I haven't tried this picking up 4 yet, so I don't know if that's going to work, but those ones don't really line up there anyway, so we'll never mind about that. Let's take the 2 that we can. 4 might be a bit much there, carrying what's like going to be 2.5 ton. It should lift it. So yeah, this will all be going on to all of our winter drilled crops there, just getting a bit of a start out the ground. I've got 1, 2, 3 fields, 2 fields drilled, 3 more to go up there at South Healy. Then we'll be bringing the everything back down here. Would like to get the linseed all finished off now. We've got a couple of fields of cover crops that I'm just going to wait. They can be done whenever, really, whenever the weather's good and everything else has been done. So that's not too pressing. But yeah, we are making some good progress. with everything else. The weather's starting to be a bit more consistent, which is weird for October, but there you go. We're just coming to the last couple of throws of October, and then yeah, everything else should be good and done. So we're making decent progress. We haven't touched the land down at Bellum yet. We need to get down to that Manor Farm. We need to get that all taken care of, along with everything else, but we're getting there. That's going to be, now we've got a second tractor we can stick onto the plow. Between Uncle and Bungalow there, they should get everything covered off, I would hope. So that is the dream, that we can get ahead and really get some ground going. We're going to be trying something. Cut that bit out. We're going to be trying something with the field that Bungle's going to start plowing today. We're going to split that field in half, actually. Half of it's going to be a spring barley. And the other half will be going into probably sugar beet as it goes. So we can try and grow a little bit of our own fodder for our cattle. That's the plan, at least. So we'll see how successful that will be, if at all. But yeah, that's what we're thinking. Now, let's get that brought in. Okay. So yeah, that's going to be something we'll do. We'll see how many tons we can get of that, and if it's actually worthwhile for us, because it's all a bit of a calculation at the moment. And then we'll be putting that one in the springtime. So there's a few fields of colour crops that we need to go in, and then we're all looking pretty good. But there is some bigger news as well, actually, aside from everything else, that we're gonna, as soon as we get this all unloaded here, we'll have a bit of a chat about and look into, because it's gonna be huge for us, really. Absolutely ginormous. So we're just waiting for the final plans to come back and what it's gonna look like from an engineer. And then the architects and designers will be all done and dusted there, and well, yeah, we'll have something really big to share. Well, all right then, that is the last one, and my phone rang and I forgot to turn the camera back on, but we're all unloaded there, and I've already been discussing in a little bit of detail around what we were looking into, only to no avail. So let's knock this off. The four of us and other family members have been having conversations recently around the future of the businesses, and particularly a bit more around how we can future-proof us, really. Now, we've already taken care of a little bit of that with the land that we're bringing on and the land that we will be bringing on in the future. So that's going to be good, and that gives us a bit more security there. Some of the land that we own, some of the land we rent, and some of the land is in our family, but we're renting it through my uncle, for example. But what we want to look into is increasing the size of some of our other operations, so we can spread out those costs a little bit more, so we can grow where we need to grow to, and also when it does become my cousin and myself, then it's we've got an option to build onto further, a stronger platform, and that is what we're going to be looking into. So we've been doing a little bit of work with local advisors, agribusiness advisors, building engineers and grant managers, and we have been awarded or been successfully approved for a new building grant, which is going to significantly reduce down the cost of us building the shed, much like the one at the end there. So that's what we're going to be looking into. It's going to be coming out. There's rough plans that I know of, and we're just waiting for some final drawings coming back, but it's going to essentially knock this wall down here. I'm going to be building out a new shed out the back here. So that's going to be a new cattle shed to give us a bit more of an option down here, because we were only just really looking at the old sheds over there, which you're very limited as to what you can do with those. It's pretty much just use them how they're currently set up, and that's it. So we want things like a bigger shed for more beef finishing cattle. It's not going to be dairy cattle. We'll need things like a larger slurry store as well, and then we can actually have a little bit more functionality. We can't put up at South Healy because that's rented ground and rented farmyard built, so we can't do it there. And also we've got the satellite storage shed up there now, or the satellite cattle shed, which is great for what we need there too. So hopefully we'll be able to keep that one going nice and into the distance. We've got a long lease on that as it is already, and we've got a good relationship with the owner, so hopefully that will continue. But we're looking into building and expanding this yard. It's been a long time since anything's been done here. Like I said, new slurry store that we can hopefully tie in both of these different, or the new shed and this one, because this slurry store is not good and it's also very small. I'm also in the mind of, whilst we're doing it, do we just commit and get rid of this shed? Because it's just not, it could be, it's in the middle of everything. It's in the middle of being a small shed, and it's also not very big, and it's just a bit impractical. So we could use the space with a little bit better in my mind. So we're going to be looking into doing that. So few grants are in place there. It's going to be a long project. We're going to look to try and get the most out of it where we can. And then, yeah, that'll be us, really. So that is all going to be work that's going to take place. I don't know if we'll get started before year's end, what with everything else we've got to do, but it will get started. And yeah, next year should be a fun year to see how that comes together. Okay. Let's get ourselves going here. But yeah, I'm excited by that. It's been a lot of work so far, and it'll be a lot more to come. But ultimately, yeah, it's going to allow us to grow, increase our herd numbers as well. With the land that we're taking on South Healy there, that's going to be a grain shed down there when we get the buildings as well, which we will be using for straw and for grain. And that'll be nice just to get that all taken care of too. At some stage, I should really move this dump trailer. Where am I going to stick that? And then, yeah, we can... yeah, really see some growth here. There are 4 of us on the farm. We need to make sure that it's viable for all 4 of us and that we can continue to work and grow the farm business, and also be, you know, who knows what the future will hold. So we want to be able to make sure that we are we're able to withstand any changes in the economy. All right, that one's off. I think I'm gonna get rid of this trailer that was left here from that fateful morning when the Ford packed in. I'm gonna stick this down by the straw where it was left. Got some mucking out to do soon, but not yet, that's for sure. And then we're away. Yeah, this is a nice clean tractor. Actually, I really do like this. Very curious to see what the others will look like if we get hold of them. You know, give them a bit of a blast and see. I will be just nipping away actually after we finish this to go and crack on with a little bit of drilling up at South Healy and bring the tractor down here as well and chase these 2 out of the fields that they've been doing. Everything's been going in pretty well this far actually. Quite happy with it. Drill's looking good, Massey's looking good. Getting into a habit. I really want some dual wheels. I'm finding it a bit of a struggle in some of the ground that we're on, so a winter investment into some dual wheels will be good. And then my next project as well will have to see, God knows when we can afford it, certainly not now. Would be trying this with a bit of direct drilling, maybe through you know, if we had a kind of some sort of top down combination setup, something we can go in with and just crack on and really see how it's looking. So yeah, that's a different, a bit more of an evolution, I think, but we will see. Anyway, we're going to stick this about here. This was a field that we drilled recently. It's looking remarkably good. We should probably see that coming through very soon, I would say. I don't think it'll be too far away at all. All right then. I'm going to put the plow back on this one, and then it's off in the drill again. And we should be good. But yeah, look at that. That's coming through really well. Looking gangbusters over there. I'm really pleased with that. Okay. But yeah, everything is so easily available in here and very readily found. I like it. Very, very impressed. Okay. Oh, Uncle's still kicking along there. He's still in his Massey. They are going to swap around, I think, and have a bit of a different blast than this. I want them both to try and use it because, like I say, whichever one we go for, it won't predominantly be my machine because mine is the Massey that we're in. But I'll be curious. Let me know what you think if you drive Valtras or if you used them or what you think of them as a brand. I'll be very interested to know. I don't know how that plow's rocked over a bit there, but we'll have to try and get this on. There you go. Got her away from the wall. Nicely done. It's got a bit of weight to this, despite being a short wheelbase and a smaller tractor there. It's got a little bit of heft to it, and this plow's not the heaviest, but it handles it with an absolute ease, from what I'm seeing this at the minute. No, right. Well, I'm gonna leave this here because, like I say, I'm not taking this out. Maybe scoot that one over a little bit, and then Bungle can go and have a bit of a spin. Yeah, the one thing I need to figure out is why the gear, the transmission is a little bit different. It's just not different, but a little bit weird to get used to, I'd say. Anyway, we'll leave that about there. Smart looking machine. I've left the lights on. There you go. Yeah, smart looking machine indeed. Very, very impressed. Oh, I've never plugged that in. Let's keep that cable out of the way. I do like that white box in the front. Anyway, I am going to ship to South Healy and continue with a bit of drilling. We'll probably bring you a little bit of an update when we get through. This is just a quick spin around, really, to show you where we are and what we're doing. There'll be a more of an in-depth recap, really, once we get a bit more of this our winter crops in the ground, and then we'll bring you up to speed. Everything else is looking all right, and we're flying. So we'll leave it here for this quick update. Before I go, let's just go and have a bit of a bum down and see how Uncle's getting on, I suppose, as he's working through one of the biggest fields that we've got left to do. And then he is all set. And then Massey, the old 3125 with the 4-throw Cavernan plow. It's not quick, but he's just tearing his way through. We've had a little bit of an issue because this field's really heavy for some reason at the minute, and the ground is brutal. So the plow's been struggling at times. But yeah, ultimately I think he's doing all right with himself. He is cracking along. Gonna have a bit of a spin in, and then see. I don't know if this will need to be worked over there. Well, you never know. Weeds have all been killed off now, which is good as well. They've all been buried, and we're getting through. Past the tree in the middle, and he's flying, so that's all good to see as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave him to crack on. Really, he looks happy. He's always happy when he's in his plow, so we'll just leave him to do his thing, and I will go and catch up with him in my Massey, and we'll get some drilling done. So we'll leave it here for now. Thank you very much for watching this little bit of a recap. Various things happening, lots of news. Just a busy time of year on the farm. So I hope you have enjoyed this, and we'll bring you some more. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, please do leave them down below. Subscribe for more with me, Simulation for the Nation, if you haven't done so already, so you can keep up to date, and we will see you all in the next one. Till then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll catch you next time.